Hey YouTube, welcome back to the shop. We got a customer job in here today. This is some parts from a Bendpak 4-post lift. From what I understand, this is a heavy truck lift, so for semis. So what's happened is the bushing on this pulley, so this is where your cable would ride. So the bushing on each end, you can see how there's one on this side. Well, it broke off. And from what I can tell, looking at it, here's the piece that's failed. It looks to me like when they machined it, they basically machined all the weld off. You can see there's a little bit left there, a little bit there, almost nothing, little piece there. So to me, when this was assembled in the factory, they basically machined all the weld off of this. And I don't know if the camera will pick this up or not, but the other side is starting to crack as well and is probably going to fail in the same manner. So when that failed, it also did a bunch of damage to the pin as well. And the worst part of all this is parts are unavailable from Bendpak. And so they're stuck with a lift that they use every day that they can no longer use until this is repaired. So we're going to go ahead and machine all of this, machine these. I'm going to put a nice big V in here, re-weld them all, and then we're going to have to bore this out, get new bushings for it, make a new pin, and I think we're going to add grease certs to the new pins. And they should be good to go. Here's a good one that they gave me just so I could use it for some measurements. You can see how that's built. So that's what we're going to make the other one look like. So stick around and we'll get these machined and get this all welded up and get the customer back going.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and all the doubters, they're just your downers.
All right, so we got it all machined, got it cleaned up. I cleaned up all this side as well. It's hard to see in the camera, but I put a good step and a chamfer in there so I can get some fresh weld down inside of here. Also cleaned up this face. We're gonna have to build this up, so add a bit of weld to this, then remachine it. And then I've got this end here all machined, same as I did on the other side, so I could fill this whole gap in with a good solid bead of weld. And then hopefully when this is hot, I can also tap this bushing out, and then we'll bore the whole thing to the new bushing size, which I ordered 55 millimeter outside diameter bushings to replace these with. So stick around, we'll get this all welded up, and then after it's cooled off, we'll get it back in the lathe and we'll do the final machining on it.
I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
All right, so we got that all welded up, and we'll let it cool off. Once it's all cooled off, we'll get it set back up in the lathe. We'll clean up this face, and then we'll redo our bore for our new bushings. In the meantime, while we're waiting for this to cool off, I had a piece of material that was already the right size, so I had some 45mm pin material. I believe this is left over from some excavator pins, but we'll go ahead and get a new pin made up. You can see that one's got some significant wear, so go ahead and get a new pin made up. Stay tuned. Alright, so here we are, guys. We've got it machined. I've already got the bushing in one side. I forgot to turn the camera on. So I've been heating this up. I don't know how hot it is, but it's pretty hot. And then the bushing was in the freezer. Still got a little bit of ice on it. So I was shooting for about a 4 thou press fit, and then I'll put this back in the lathe and bore the bushings out because they're going to be a little tight right now. You can see I've already got one in there. Go ahead and grab this one. So I had to tap the other one in a little bit, which I guess is probably not a bad thing. Alright, that was a little more hammering than I wanted to do. The other side kind of did the same thing. I obviously didn't have them hot enough. So now this is going to be a little tight for what we want, because we want a bit of a slip fit. And this is going to be a little tight, so we'll probably chuck this back in the lathe and just clean it up so that the pin slides in nice. And then the next step is going to be to make this new pin. So it looks to me like this washer's been welded here and then remachined. So I'll probably chuck this in the lathe, drill this out, and then save this washer. And then we'll cut our piece of 45mm shaft, weld the washer back onto the end of it. And then the customer wants these drilled for grease certs. So I've got this one, and I've got one other good pin that will drill for grease certs.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement, yeah. There's no replacement for persistence, it's a patience, yeah. In this life, I wanna be soaring, to feel sun inside when it's pouring. And I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah,
All right, YouTube, that just about wraps it up. We've got both wheels, the cracks repaired, new bushings in that one. And then we also went ahead, when we made this new pin, we went ahead and added grease certs to these pins so that they can be greased in the future. So these are all done. We'll get these sent back to the customer. As always, thanks for tuning in. And if you guys like the video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks.